They finally did it. They finally found a way to make Christmas offensive. Now, I'm not talking in that, those religious movies that you see, all those Pure Flix movies where they're like, there's a war on Christmas. No. They actually finally went to somebody to complain and to insert this modern day wackadoo crap onto something like Christmas. And I am quite a Scrooge. I will admit that. I am quite the Scrooge. I am quite the curmudgeon from time to time. I worked 10 years straight, probably a little more, retail. So hearing the constant music is not something I really want to jump on board with. One thing I've never had a problem with, and nobody has a problem with, is what other people do to the front of their houses during Christmas season. Except for these people who were so upset, neighbors of a nurse, mind you. One of those people who are out there trying to save people, help people, save lives. And they slammed her with the reminder of a systemic biases. Oh, you know what? Screw this. Theme song time. No, we can do better than that. I'll be right back. Oh no, I'm chroma keyed out. 1 second. That's better. I'm a freaking Christmas tree. I light up and everything. Oh, this one's not lighting up. Oh, no fair. So sad. I am a freaking Christmas tree with antlers because my halo ran out of glow juice. Whatever glow juice is from glow sticks. That's the halo I had last year. I wasn't going to make a video about this. I did see it come through on Twitter, and then I saw the article, and it made me mad again, and I'm like, okay, second time you're making me mad, then I gotta say something, because I'm not going directly to them. Also, we're not condoning piling on anybody. I don't even think they know exactly who specifically sent this nurse, which neighbor of hers was the Gladys Kravitz. But I can tell you one thing. If you got a Kravitz in your neighborhood, that might be it. It's whoever's peeking through your windows and probably rifling around in your trash, too. Rustling? Did I use the right word? I probably did. The nurse whose Christmas lights were slammed as a reminder of a systemic bias says decorations cheer her up after a long hospital shift. And all of this. I got neighbors down the street who have everything from Star Wars in their whole neighborhood. Like houses. You got one over here who has like a Baby Yoda, one over here has a BB-8. And they've got everything. They go overboard. It's like a competition. Because it reminds you that people are actually festive and alive and celebrating something and have some happiness out there. It is festive. It does make people happy. And if they don't like it, they don't have to look at it. Period. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have that I would like to have as well. And I'm not out there trying to stop other people from having it. Do you understand? I'm not out there trying to cancel people. Oh, my ear, my antler ear. I'm not out there trying to cancel people. I'm not out there trying to do anything other than play with my ears, apparently. I'm very distracted by these all of a sudden. I'm not out there trying to make everybody's life miserable. I try and entertain you guys by yelling about the things that you would yell about. And if you guys do like my content, please like, subscribe, share. I will probably do a 60K sub stream this weekend at some point. The weekend of what? It's the 9th right now, so 10, 11, 12. What day is Saturday? I'm thinking Saturday. Is Saturday good for you? Tell me if Saturday is good for you in the comment section below. Saturday is the 12th. As it's revealed, 3 other neighbors also received nasty notes. Well, it looks like you got one Budinsky, you got one Gladys Kravitz going around making everybody else miserable. Everybody else. Because they don't like it. And they've imagined and perceived other people don't. Wah! Too bad. You can't go around canceling and stopping people from doing as they please. We are still technically in a free country. We are still technically allowed to celebrate and do as we wish. And if you don't like it, too bad. If it doesn't align with your beliefs, Don't celebrate it, right? Close your window, get some blackout curtains. It'll be over at the end of the month, all right? It's not particularly making a lot of noise. Oh, there were some great videos responding to this on social media the other day. I had to respond. So they feel justified to harass people with Christmas lights and force their non-celebratory bias upon their neighbor. How is one bias any better than the other? If they were my neighbors, I'd go full Clark Griswold to piss them off. Of course, my buddy Fed responds with, that's why you go out and you make the news. This, where people are just going completely insane, which is awesome, by the way. It's not like she did this. It's not like she did this sort of level of lights, which are kind of cool, to be perfectly honest. Like, I always say I'm a bit of a curmudgeon. I'm a bit of a Scrooge. But, Christmas lights I do like. I think they're kind of awesome and impressive. And if you do them right, like that I can understand with people kind of maybe complaining just a tad. Just a tad. When you have entire neighborhoods who go out of their way to make these most amazing light shows. They do go Clark Griswold. They absolutely do. Oh, that's cool too. They just do everything that they can do to celebrate and be festive and creative and decorate. That's no different than decorating a cake. That's no different than a lot of the other things. And when you go into this thread, there's a lot of other people responding with that as well. See, that's what they have a problem with. Just one little row of lights and one light up wreath. Not Clark Griswold level stuff, right? Not Clark Griswold level stuff. And pretty much tweet after tweet after tweet is just just people saying how disappointed and disgusted they are that people have to go and ruin other people's fun when they don't have to look at it. When they don't have to, and especially when it's something so inconsequential. It's something so small, so minor, so non-offensive. What harm is it? It is not doing any harm to anybody except their own light bill. And if you have to buy blackout curtains, so be it. I've had neighbors who throw parties for 2-year-olds at 2 in the morning. Right? They start at like 4 in the afternoon and they're going all night and I have to be at work at 5 the next day. Right? So you have to live with other people. You have to live with inconsiderate neighbors from time to time. You cannot keep canceling people out of society just because you don't agree with them. Kim Hunt, who resides in St. Anthony, put up a simple string of lights outside her home last weekend before she received a nasty letter from an anonymous neighbor who railed against the festive decorations. And of course, this woman works as a nurse in a ward, that's designed to take care of sick people during the great cough, cough, toilet paper shortage of 2020. The letter reads, I couldn't help but notice your Christmas light display. Where the idea of twinkling colorful lights as a reminder of divisions that continue to run through our society, a reminder of systemic basis against our neighbors who don't celebrate Christmas or who can't afford to put up lights of their own. Where? Because I can't have it, you can't either, and I'm going to cry and complain because life is supposed to be fair even though nobody ever said it was. Bite me. Bite me, neighbor who doesn't like Christmas lights. Sorry, bite me. If you're going to complain about that, then you are a giant crybaby who doesn't deserve to be taken seriously. Your opinion does not matter any more or less than anybody else's. You need to think a little bit before you go and trying to enforce your own bias on other people. That is your own bias. You are, not only that, you're being offended on behalf of people you don't know. You're assuming other people are going to be, unless you're speaking for yourself, right? And maybe you should have had the balls to attach a return address so people would know who to send you a goddamn Christmas light for, right? Or something, or a happy holidays card, something, because it's clear you've never gotten a thing in your miserable existence. You are a jealous, petty person, and you need to stop right now. You really, really need to calm your tits, right? This isn't a billionaire out there. This is not a rich executive CEO making millions and millions and millions. This is a normal working person who is lucky enough to have a job, right? Who might take care of your happy ass someday. Did you ever fucking think, oh, no, they probably don't. They probably don't even know her. So no, I get so tired of this. Speaking with the dailymail.com, Hunt said she had been left bewildered and sad by the note. and has no idea who the author could be. No, but they need a Christmas tree. They need some lights. They need something to show up at their front door. Right? This is a Hallmark Christmas movie in the making, and that's what you do at this time of year, right? I can rail on them, I can rant, I can do whatever I do to entertain you guys on YouTube, but I'm not going to go yell at them to their face. No, this is somebody who, especially, I'm trying to be more sympathetic to people. I've been really trying to be more appreciative and see things from their point of view, and clearly they're hurting, clearly they're upset, clearly they're filled with envy and jealousy, and that's a very, very sad existence, and I'm so tired of this. A simple light display gives me joy when I come home from working in the hospital, she stated. I think it's sad we can't all appreciate diversity and celebrate traditions of all people. That is what diversity is. It is diversity of thought. It is diversity of religions, of celebrations, of festivals. It is not taking away Christmas from people, but it is saying, okay, well, what do you celebrate? It is, and I'm sure she'd be the type of person, I'm putting a personality to her and assigning it based on her career. I'm sure she'd be the type of person who would be compassionate and want to learn about your traditions and your customs and what you're dealing with, right? If she's signed up to be a caregiver. But no, a lot of people just assume everybody else on the planet is just as mean and nasty and hateful as they are. And that everybody is just doing it to spite or to taunt or flaunt. And that's not necessarily the case. I don't believe that's at all the case here. Hunt also revealed that 3 other residents on her block also received the same letter in their mailboxes after putting up festive decorations outside their homes. Well, I can tell you who it's probably from. It's probably from the one who glares at you through the windows and peeks around the corner going, witch, Abner, it's a witch. That's probably who it is, right? So it's probably that one. And they're not going to have Christmas decorations. And they're going to be staring at you because they're obsessed with what you're doing instead of worrying about their own lives and going on about their day, right? That's what the case is. It's basically some asshole who's sitting there, parked their butt on Twitter all day is another one of those. Not that I haven't, but I also get stuff like this for content for my channel. The local nurse says she has been inundated with support after she posted a photo of the letter to social media. A GoFundMe has also been set up to supply Christmas lights to homes along the street. There you go. While Hunt says a local company offered to come and install festive decorations for free, supporters are now decorating their homes in solidarity, including a friend in Arizona who put up an elaborate Yuletide display to spite the letter writer. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of people doing it in spite of. Oh, and there's some good pictures in here. So that's the first one. Boop. I like looking at Christmas lights. I used to drive around did you guys do that? Is that one of your traditions? Just drive around looking at all the lights? That's a bit overboard. That's kind of like what we have out here. And here's a letter right here. I couldn't help but notice your Christmas light display. During these unprecedented times, we have all experienced challenges, which casual words just don't describe what we're feeling. The idea of twinkling colorful lights are a reminder of divisions that continue to run through our society, a reminder of systemic biases against our neighbors who don't celebrate Christmas or who can't afford to put up lights of their own. Well, just ask for some. Just say, I'm jealous of you. I would like some for free. That's all it says to me. That doesn't say you actually give a crap about people who might express different celebrations. You don't. That's not how Live and Let Live works, really. That really isn't. That's not how you actually battle systemic biases. No, you appreciate and incorporate and understand that people do celebrate these things still, and you cannot take them away just because and wah. Because it gets old. It really does. I get so tired of when people want to impose their will on others. And like I said in the beginning, this was just one of these made up things where the crazy sort of propaganda religious movies would exaggerate and elaborate. And now it's actually happening. Because why? Because why? Because somebody has a problem with it. We must do the work of educating ourselves about the harmful impact on outward-facing display like yours can have, I challenge you to respect the dignity of all people while striving to learn from differences, ideas, and opinions of our neighbors. We must come together collectively and challenge these institutional inequities. St. Anthony is a community welcoming of all people, and we must demand better of ourselves. Pot cattle, bitch, right? So you're basically calling the cattle black when you are the pot yourself. That's all this really boils down to. You don't understand what you're saying, and you have this high and mighty attitude because somebody gave you a class on systemic biases, and you're throwing around these big words to make yourself feel better, to make you feel important, to get that little endorphin rush, like, see, I did something, I did better. When in fact, you actually are part of the problem. You actually did the exact thing you have a problem with, and you're trying to impose your will on other people without even taking into consideration for 1 second that they might see something a little bit differently than you and might not deserve to be taken to task from this. Why didn't you go and knock on their door? Why didn't you go and talk to them about it? Why don't you use that to start up a dialogue about your beliefs? Say, hey, are your Christmas decorations for religious beliefs or do you just like them? Because that's another thing. A lot of people like me who might not necessarily have any religious leanings one way or another, for all you know. And if they are, they might be on the wrong side from time to time. I still like Christmas lights and presents and decorations. Can't stand the music because of retail, but I'm not going to go and cancel it, right? I think reasonable, normal, free-thinking, independent individuals are not going to try and force and impose themselves on others, especially when it comes to... This is as bitchy as when somebody tells you they don't like how you're dressed. Don't fucking look at me if you don't like how I'm dressed or my hair or whatever. The letter was immediately met with backlash on social media, with many pointing out the author ironically did not seem welcoming of neighbors that wanted to celebrate Christmas. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said too. Former Baltimore Ravens quarterback Derek Anderson chimed in stating, saw this coming a long time ago. If I can't have it, nobody can. If they have it, we all deserve it. That's not life. No, because life isn't fair. Sometimes you get more than the other person. Sometimes you work hard and you still don't get it, right? Sometimes you work hard and work your butt off and do exactly what you have to do and you still don't get everything you think you deserve. That's how life works. It's not fair. It's never going to be fair. Nobody ever promised that it was going to be fair. And if you're looking for life to be fair, then basically you're looking for everybody to be babysat and given an allowance and basically perpetual children. And even then, nobody's going to agree on how to raise their children right, are they? This guy wants a Clark Griswold house this weekend. I'll lend him a hand. I love that. And here's some of the tweets. Yeah, I showed you guys some of those. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How would you respond to this if you got a letter like that? Would you just decorate more to spite them? I think I probably would. I am Mecha Random 42. I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.